Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If it was the first time I've ever doing this, so bear with me. If you've reached this channel, you're probably asking yourself the question of what would happen if I invested $1 a day. But not just $1 a day in a long-term goal, a long-term plan. And so I started my journey back in January 2023, January 6th, 2023. You can see right here, this is when I first started. I didn't have any money invested, and my journey was, okay, let me just start investing, just start the game, because I was looking at a lot of different videos, watching a lot of other people, and as I was watching a lot of other people, I was like, okay, might as well at least start investing for the first time in my life. Basically, almost already 40 and nothing invested. So I was like, okay, well, let's put $500 in. And I just wanted to put $1 a day into several different cryptocurrencies. In this case, I started with 12 different cryptocurrencies, and I started $1 a day, and it started going off really good, and everything was going okay. I'm doing really good. I started to also invest in dividends, and I was just doing $1 a day in several different dividends here and there, and I was going up, and everything was looking really well. And then it started dipping down, and then I started having second thoughts. I'm like, okay, well, just stick with my plan. Invest $500 a month. Just keep putting in money, just doing $1 a day. Everything is looking good. Everything's going up. And then right around here, you can see February 9th, 2023, everything dipped down. And this is when you really have to stick to your guns. You really have to hammer down and be like, okay, I'm just going to stay in it. Just keep going. Because no matter what anybody tells you, when you're investing money and all of a sudden you see all your money just start dipping down and disappearing, you always have this temptation where you feel like you want to sell, you want to get rid of it, or you want to get out because you're going to lose all your money. And then, as you stick in, I doubled down, put some more money in, and money started going back up again. And I was like, okay, everything's going good. But I knew at the start of this year, 2023, it's going to be rough. You hear a lot of people say it's going to dip down, everything's going to crash 30, 60%. The Fed's going to raise interest rates, it's going to keep going up. They're trying to get a 2% inflation number, and you can see right here everything seems down, everything seems to be going not very well. But I'm sticking for the long-term goal, the long-term plan, and my long-term plan is to make sure that if my cryptocurrencies go up high enough, and if they go and do well enough after $1 every single day, because that is currently what it's doing, $1 every single day in these several cryptocurrencies. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my own personal opinion. I plan to host several of these videos, at least, post them once a week, show you where it's at, show the numbers, show you the actual realistic, what would happen if I invested $1 a day in cryptocurrencies, as well as dividend stocks. Now, I just got this Tesla stock from joining Robinhood, and then Amazon stock as well for free for doing some kind of tiny little activity. So I didn't actually put any of my own money in there. But all these other different dividend stocks, I've went in and I chose like 72 different dividend stocks, but then I sold off a few because there weren't ones that I really were interested in. And then only recently, what I've done is I've come over here, and Reality Income was one of the ones that I first started with. But these several dividend stocks right here, Reality Income, Main, Gain, SLRC, SLG, Good, and EFC, they actually pay you dividends every single month, where these other dividend stocks will only pay you quarterly or 3 times, or however that actually works out. These few dividend stocks, as I looked it up, you can search it on Google or look it up, will actually pay you monthly. And then picking ones that are actually good, that will last you long term. I know you can research, you can go online, you'll see a lot of people will say Reality Income is one of the really best ones, where it's going to stick through multiple different recessions. Like they've lived through and they've handled multiple different recessions and gone up and down. But what I'm really looking at when I'm actually picking my stocks is I'm looking at the 5-year, how it actually runs through. And the other most important part too that you look at, they tell you not to chase the dividend yield, because there's this 4.604%. And that is true. You don't really want to chase this actual dividend yield, because it can change based on how much they're actually going to pay you out. You can look right here and see the expected average per... Actually, you know what? I don't even know what that means. So I guess I have to research it up and figure it out in my next video. But you can see that it will change and it can fluctuate and go down and up. And if this number goes down based on the actual value of the stock, this percent can change. So even though you're looking at it, it can change significantly. One of the best examples I can give right here is Hanesbrand. Hanesbrand actually cut their dividend stocks, and so right around, I actually purchased right when everything was dipping. Right around here is when I was purchasing. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I wasn't really looking at the news, really understanding what's going on, and all of a sudden it just went boom, and then it just skyrocketed down. And actually, am I even looking? That's not 5 years. I'm sorry. No, 1 month, less than a month ago. I bought when it was going down. Way down. See, don't even know what I'm talking about. I bought when it was going way down, right about here. So that's why I'm in the huge negative. But the main thing about Hanesbrand that you can look at right here is the dividend yield is at 10%. Now it wasn't at 10% to begin with. It was actually because they were paying out a much higher dividend yield based on the yield, but as the stocks crash, this dividend yield percent goes up. And Hanesbrands is, you can think of it as it's a very well-known brand, right? They sell a lot of underwear, at least when I was growing up as a kid. I would always buy Hanesbrand underwear. So, and then you have Hanes socks, and there's just so many different things where, oh, Hanes, you think of Michael Jordan, or at least from my time. Maybe it's not during other people's times, but during my time, that's what you see. But if you're just chasing dividend yield, if they reduce their dividends and all of a sudden it goes down, the percent can still go up. So don't chase this number, is what they say. Still, I think of Hanesbrands as one of those that will recover and will come back after this so-called, what we're thinking of, recession coming by. But I believe that Hanesbrands will definitely make it back up. There's a whole bunch of different other stocks in here. This is not for me. I'm not giving you advice to purchase any of these dividend stocks. I'm not giving you any advice to actually buy any of these. This is my own personal experience, my own journey, and so that you can see it for yourselves. Please go ahead and add comments down below. Tell me if this is what you would like to actually see more of. I mainly put it in the Samsung DeX application so that you can actually see the date and time, so see real time. I plan to at least post these once or even twice a week, every Monday, every Friday, so that you can get a good gist. The stock market opens, stock market closes, and you can have a really good gist of how I'm doing and what it actually looks like to invest $1 a day in all these different stocks and see where they're going. And my journey started back in January 6, 2023. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being here.